Hey there, and welcome to another episode of Walking the Spiral of Truth and Love. I'm Coach Bill Sullivan, founder and senior director at Meditate School of Mindfulness and Sound and the creator of the SVMT method of transformation. In today's episode, we're going to explore something that's often forgotten. Something that's forgotten, not even really taught in most mainstream mindfulness practices. Something essential, alive, playful and creative, and deeply transformational. Curiosity. Most teachings emphasize presence and awareness, but presence without curiosity becomes passive, and awareness without curiosity becomes mechanical. Curiosity is the spark, the wonder, the movement and the expansion. It's the part of us that asks what if, or questions what's here, or what's possible. So, if I piqued your interest and you're ready to go on this journey with me, I invite you to adjust your breath and soften your shoulders, and let's walk into the sacred art of curiosity. Curiosity is an amazing thing, a spark of wonder woven into the fabric of our being. It's the heartbeat of exploration, the pulse of discovery, the quiet whisper that asks, what if? Once upon a time in our childhood, we lived from that place of effortlessness, when curiosity was our first teacher. As children, we were fearless explorers, testing the world, tasting the world, touching the heat, digging our fingers into the earth just to know what it felt like. Our questions were endless. Why is the sky blue? Why is the grass green? Why does the clouds move, and why does the moon follow the car everywhere we go? Curiosity was our first spiritual practice. It was also our first somatic inquiry. It was our first meditation. This childhood curiosity was pure, unfiltered, and alive, not shaped by perspectives or expectations. But somewhere along the way, someone, maybe a teacher or a parent or a preacher, looked at us and said, stop asking so many questions. At some point, somebody said, sit down and be quiet. Or a sibling or somebody we love said, stop being so annoying. And the bright flame of curiosity dimmed. Over time, it became overridden by shame of being too much, or fear of being wrong, or sounding stupid, and the conditioning that told us that wonder was childish. But the truth is, this curiosity never died. It waits. It always waits beneath the surface. It's deep beneath the surface of every adult who's forgotten how expansive we once were. At this space on my journey, I see curiosity as a state of consciousness. Curiosity is not just a trait, it is a state of being. Curiosity is the opposite of judgment. Where judgment closes, curiosity opens. Where judgment can divide, curiosity invites connection. Where judgment moves us into contraction, curiosity expands. The truth is, to move from judgment, there's an antidote. Kindness and curiosity. Because curiosity softens the nervous system. It widens the internal space. Curiosity, it flips a switch and invites us to move into compassion instead of criticism. When we approach ourselves with curiosity rather than judgment, we can begin to ask, why does this make me feel this way? Where do I feel this in my body? What truth is trying to rise within me? Why is this person's energy affecting me? What part of me is being touched here? This questioning, this looking inside, this searching for answers is how curiosity becomes healing. Curiosity from the SVMT perspective and in everything we teach is the beginning of the practice of mindfulness. Because mindfulness begins the moment we turn towards an experience instead of turning away from it. Mindfulness begins to say, what is here for me now, instead of what's coming in the future or what happened in the past. This mindful curiosity says, let me see, let me understand, let me feel this fully. And it transforms avoidance into awareness, resistance into openness, defensiveness into possibility. Curiosity and kindness become antidotes to judgment and fear. Through curiosity, we stop labeling experiences as good or bad and begin to see them as information, as maybe teachers or invitations, as energy. Curiosity is how we begin to walk the spiral. We cannot walk the spiral of truth and love without being curious about how this journey goes. We can turn away from certainty. We can let go of the expectation and move into a space of willingness. And this mindful curiosity deepens our understanding of intention. When I ask a client to set an intention, I see the mind immediately searching for the right answer, for the unique answer, for the profound answer. But true, mindful intention rises from the heart. It's felt before it's spoken. If an intention feels true, why abandon it because you've heard it before? Why turn away from it simply because someone else said it too? It's yours. It's true. Mindful intention comes from the heart, so why can't I speak the truth? Because curiosity invites us to pause and say, why can't I speak what feels true to me? If the mind would stop comparing or expecting it to go a certain way. This moment of curiosity creates possibility for transformation. Mindful curiosity moves us into a space where we can be present to the unfolding moment, even in something as simple as stating an intention. This is the bridge. Curiosity is especially powerful when we allow it to meet our emotions. When sadness or fear or anger or anxiety arises, instead of trying to push it away, instead of leaning into the instinct to say, not here now, inviting curiosity. And that curiosity can say, come, let me see what you're trying to tell me. The amazing thing is, though, oftentimes we resist. I don't want to feel that sadness again. I don't want to be traumatized again. But curiosity doesn't re-traumatize, it reveals the energy beneath it. It helps us understand the why without reliving the wound. It opens the path to emotional intelligence, somatic awareness, and in the end, deep healing. Because then we can find the way to resolve the energy, to let it flow. In our practice, in the teachings of the SVMT journey, curiosity is embodied transformation. Because the curious soul allows us to become softer and wiser, more compassionate, more creative, and more awakened to the truth. Because without curiosity, we would never find the truth. So, going back to the message we had earlier, curiosity isn't childish, it's sacred. It is the doorway through which awareness enters and love does its work. Curiosity, it is the key. It is the medicine. Curiosity is the doorway through which awareness can step, through which love can transform. Love is the way, truth is the path, and curiosity is the doorway. So reflect on that for a moment. How curious are you? Allow that curiosity to awaken within you. And before we move into meditation, I want to take a moment to reflect. To ask yourself these questions. Where in your life have you stopped being curious? What areas of your life feel rigid or habitual? Second, I want you to think about this. What questions did your younger self once ask that you've forgotten? And then finally, what would shift if you approached one challenge today with wonder instead of fear? And as you reflect on those questions, allow your heart to answer, not the mind. Come back to them again if you choose. But then I want to take you on this journey, an awakening to the sacred art of curiosity, a meditation, and a reflection. So if you can approach this now or come back to it later, just know that it's here for you. Once you're ready to begin, I invite you to find a comfortable seated position, or if you feel more comfortable, lie down. To come into this space where you can let go of the busyness of the mind, to come into a moment where nobody needs anything from you. This is your time, And this is important. As you turn your awareness to your breath, I invite you to be curious about your shoulders and what would it feel like if you allowed them to drop. To be curious about your breath and what would it feel like if you allowed it to deepen just a little bit, not forced, just a little deeper, just a little softer. I invite you to awaken a curiosity and think about how it would feel if you allowed your body to just settle down into the surface beneath you. Think about and be curious about what it would feel like if the earth just held you. What would it feel like if you truly let go of all the tension in your body and let it soften? How would it feel different if you just allowed your mind to pay attention to the gentle waves of your breath, the inhale and the exhale? And just feel how that is now. And then I invite you to bring one hand to your chest and one hand to your tummy. And think about what it would feel like if you allowed your breath to move between them. Imagine that breath flowing between your hands, feeling the warmth, feeling the aliveness of your body beneath your palms. And whisper inward, I am here. Just breathe. And now let your hands drop to your side and allow your awareness to drift inward. Not to any place in particular, not to analyze, but to wonder, to be curious, without having an expectation and knowing you can't answer this wrong. Allow this question to move through you. What am I feeling right now? What are you feeling right now? What are the physical sensations here, now? What is your mood? What is your emotion? Allow the answers to arise without force. Be curious. Don't judge them or right or wrong. And as you start to think about it, what it is you're feeling, what answer comes to you most, then ask yourself, where do you feel this in your body? Is it showing up as warmth or tightness, movement or pressure, stillness? What is here for you now, and does it have a color, a texture, a sound, a temperature? And don't try to focus so hard. Just explore with gentle interest, as if you're discovering something precious, something you can't quite put your finger on. What is this? What is it? What is here? Imagine the child you once were sitting before you, curious and bright and open. I wonder if you could picture that child in whatever way you can. Picture that child that is you. What did the world feel like to you? What is it you truly wanted to know? Allow the awareness of the memories to rise like soft light. Maybe the answers come as colors or shapes or faces or places. Don't try to force it. Just feel that inner child, that part of you returning in wonder. Imagine that curious child going on a journey. Let's go on a journey of exploration for a moment. As children, imagining now that you're walking through a wide open field of grass. That green grass rising up over a hill. Imagine walking, every detail. Imagine that grass. Imagine up above the blue sky with white puffy clouds floating above. Picture that sky and the wind gently pushing them. Allow yourself to feel all those colors, all the textures, all the sensations, coming into a moment of feeling alive. As you imagine yourself standing in that field of grass beneath that beautiful sky, what do you notice? Imagine those clouds drifting by. What's drawing your attention? Imagine all the feelings around you. What feels possible? And for just a few moments, stand there in that beautiful field, letting the wonder guide you. The beautiful expansive sky, the light of the sun, the shadows of the clouds, the green grass swaying in the breeze, your feet touching the earth, the wonder of your breath, the warmth of the sun on your face. Breathe and feel, and just stay here for a little bit longer, allowing the questions and the wonders and curiosity, and then allow your awareness to come back and see yourself standing in that field as the adult that you are. But don't let go of that curiosity. Don't let go of that wonder. Imagine the adult you turning your face up towards that sun, feeling that warmth moving down through your body, feeling the connection with the earth below, imagining that green grass all around you. And breathe. Awakening that curiosity, the wonder of how you feel. And come back to your breath. Gently allow your body to come back into this space. Think about where you're sitting or lying down. Coming back into this moment, but don't let go of that energy. You have an opportunity now to carry it forward with you, to see the world through the eyes of that child that you hold within you, to bring this sense of wonder and presence. Breathing in that wonder, exhaling that presence. Think about how you feel, and just tell yourself you're ready to move forward, connecting to the curious being that you are. There is a world filled with wonder. There are questions yet to be answered. There's so much more to discover. Let that spirit move you. And take in a nice deep breath. Exhale nice and slow. And when you're ready, open your eyes and look around you. Think about how you feel. And bring in a sense of gratitude. As I thank you for walking the spiral of wonder with me today. To recognize that curiosity isn't a distraction, it is a path. The way we approach curiosity with wonder, from a mindful perspective, is an art. It's a spiritual practice. It's a state of consciousness. This curiosity is the door that opens us to creativity and compassion and transformation. It allows us to turn away from the same old routine and to awaken a deeper sense of presence, a presence that deepens awareness, an awareness that invites in love, and a love that comes from a space of truth. This love that transforms everything. This is the heart of the SVMT method of transformation. And if today's episode inspired you or stirred something within you, I invite you to come on this journey of SVMT with us, to walk the spiral of truth deeper and deeper inside. If you're not ready to take that journey, then I invite you to tune back in whenever you can to this podcast, to follow it, to put a little like on it, to leave a comment and let me know you're here. And then in the not too distant future, I invite you to pick up the book that I'm writing now, Walking the Spiral of Truth and Love, a guide to living with intention, presence, love, and a lifelong sense of wonder. I'm Coach Bill Sullivan. Thank you for listening. Thank you for your openness, and thank you for your curiosity. Until next time, always remember, love is the way, Truth is the path, and curiosity is the door.